Yeah, so this is a re-upload. Apparently my video didn't meet YouTube standards after 2.5 years suddenly. No questions asked, no review given, no explanation given. Hopefully I edited it to their standards. Since no explanation was given, this is a guess what got it banned. One of my most viewed videos, so I needed to re-upload. Hello. So today we're going to be talking about Goregrind. Now I'd mentioned a little bit of Goregrind as an ancillary topic in a couple of my death metal videos before, but I want to delve into what are my particular favorite Goregrind albums, and I'm going to divide this up. This will be the European ones, and then I'll do a video on the US Goregrind and then the rest of the world. We're going to cover the top 6 Goregrind releases from Europe from the 90s. Now obviously Goregrind got its start over in Europe, in Britain in particular. I don't think that's debated whether or not Carcass is in fact the first Goregrind band. But are they the best? Stick around and you'll find out. Alright, so at number 6, band I mentioned in my previous video, a video I just got 100 views on, and I put it out 2 months ago. What the heck's going on? Anyway, of course I'm referring to Haemorrhage. Now, they weren't allowed in that previous video because I was covering Iberian death metal. So Avulsed was in there, who does share members with Haemorrhage, so if you're a fan of Avulsed, definitely check out Haemorrhage if you haven't for whatever reason.
Pathologist.
Alright, damn good stuff, right? Well, we're going to move on over to the other side of Europe now, over to Eastern Europe. The best Eastern European Goregrind release was put out in '93 by Dead Infection. Obviously, Carcass worship here, right? But the poor production, and I really enjoy this one. Surgical Disembowelment. How cool, huh? Check it out. Alright, fucking good, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna move over just slightly to Czechia. Now this is the best Central European Goregrind release, also from '93, Pathologist. This has some of that grooviness, a little bit of that buzzsaw sound with the production. It's just slightly better than Dead Infection, hence why it's number 4. Check it out. Right, halfway through the list, and who do we have at number 3? We're going to move over to Britain. This is, I know, you're going to be upset at me for not having this at number 1, right? Carcass. The godfathers, the grandfathers, whatever you want to call it. The innovators, the developers, the instigators, the creators of this style. But I still don't think it's the best. It is fucking fantastic, though. Don't get me wrong. You already know it. You already love it. But check it out anyway. Alright, who could be better than Carcass at their own game, right? Who could I put above Carcass? Well, we're going to go over to Sweden. This is a band made up of members of Crematory, Dismember, and Afflicted. So, Goregrind is definitely not your initial thought when you hear those bands, right? Well, the time frame and the age that this came out in was perfect for whatever was going on in Sweden. Whatever those boys were drinking, they were coming up with some of the greatest riffage of all time. Maybe General Surgery got missed by you. It is short. It's 15 minutes long. 5 songs. I command you to go listen to it, but only after you finish this video. But we're staying here in Sweden for number 1. I'm sure most of you warheads can guess what it is, but if you don't know it, Regurgitate, you have to check this one out. This is the best production for any Goregrind release, hands down. This is slimy, this is gross. This is fucking fantastic. If you don't know this, I am sorry, but I am also glad I could introduce them to you. Check this out. Thank you for making it to the end with me here. But you may be wondering where a few other favorites of yours are. Why didn't I have them? Well, it was a little difficult. Like, I would have loved to have Xysma or Gut or any number of other. Actually, you know what? I need a trilogy of 6 lists to make my S complete here. So I'm going to give you 6 more 1990s European Goregrind releases. The best. Number 7 through 12. Right here. Alright, that makes 2 lists of 6. We need a third one. 6 Goregrind releases from Europe post-2000. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the post-2000 works in general, but if you dig deep enough through the mediocre, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just mediocre. It's, I think the kids say, mid. But there are some gems in there, and I'm going to put those 6 on the screen here now. Alright, let's hope I get 100 views on this in a shorter time than 2 months. It took me 2 months to get 100 views on my last video. Do I sound bitter? Well, I am. That's anywho. So, coming up will be the US Goregrind releases from the 1990s. And I promise you, there are some good ones over here in this country. Until later. Also, I'm not a big fan of this kind of artwork or anything like that, but I just don't like that kind of gore stuff at all. So, check you later. Don't report my video, you fags.